but think of Project Liberty as really something about democracy that believes that we need to fundamentally transform the way technology is currently designed. And that's where Gavin comes in here.
Hi crypto fans, welcome to CCS Cryptocurrency State. My name is Santiago, I'm a web developer and investor, and like you can saw, we are going to cover today Polkadot. Gavin Wood was yesterday in the Davos conference with the Project Liberty, with a billionaire behind it, so we are going to cover all that on Polkadot. Check a little bit about the price of DOT right now, and a couple of more news about the ecosystem of Polkadot. Before we begin, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get the notifications, and without anything else, let's go into it. So Polkadot already in Twitter 1.2 million followers, and yesterday was the Davos conference and Polkadot was all over the news about that. And today we are going to cover the best thing about that, which was the social media disruptor Project Liberty to run on Polkadot's blockchain network. The partnership follows on from former LA Dodgers owner Frank McCourt, making $100 million last year to disrupt incumbent dominant social media. If you don't know who Frank McCourt is, well, you can see it here. Is this man, which is on the left of Gavin Wood, which is the CEO and creator of Polkadot, and was also co-founder of Ethereum at that moment. And Frank McCourt is a billionaire and is on one of the baseball teams, and also is the CEO at McCourt Global, founder and CEO of Unfinished, chairman at McCourt LP. This man, this billionaire, is behind very good business always and is a celebrity around that ecosystems. The Project Liberty, the initiative backed by real estate billionaire Frank McCourt, aimed at disrupting today's social media platforms, has found a home on Polkadot, the framework of parallel blockchains conceived by Ethereum co-founder Gavin Wood. Last year, McCourt, a former owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers baseball team, earmarked $100 million to attack the existing structure of social media, which he says is dogged by problems around data privacy and user manipulation that can't be tackled by regulation. So like you can see, this project aims to renew all the social media infrastructures and has been choosing Polkadot ecosystem for doing that. They spoke here, I will put the link on the description, actually it's quite interesting. This is streamed from yesterday, so you can check in the description to hear it. But the solution, in his opinion, is an open source, publicly owned infrastructure called the Decentralized Social Networking Protocol, DSNP, to center the internet around people instead of giant data harvesting platforms. Project Liberty will likely launch as a standard parachain, at least initially, said Peter Maurick, head of public affairs of Party Technologies. There's an opportunity for something like this, a very good service for everyone in the Polkadot ecosystem and Web3 broadly, to be voted in by the community later as a common good chain. Also, further down the line, a token attached to Project Liberty is in the planning, and Woodham said details will follow later this year. And the token is important because messaging is a resource, and a token will be used to manage stable bandwidth resources for messaging and social media that is scalable, he said. We think that's going to be really unique in the blockchain space. So there will be a token behind this new Liberty project. We still need to wait a lot. You can imagine how a disruption of the infrastructure of social media could be. But this is a billionaire behind it, a man that knows where to invest and how to invest. So pay attention to this Project Liberty on Polkadot. That could be something very big in the future. In another news, institutional investors are accumulating Cardano and Polkadot as Bitcoin sees major outflow. And this is from CoinShares. And you can see that Polkadot is actually here. And finally, for Polkadot ecosystem, the cross-chain smart contract hub T3RN deploys its testnets on Polkadot Rococo. And Polkadot-based cross-chain smart contract hub T3RN has finally deployed its testnet parachain on Rococo, and Polkadot blockchain's primary testing ecosystem. The testnet, named T0RN, will now enable developers and apps built on the platform to integrate across all parachain testnet networks on Polkadot, kicking off the journey towards a full mainnet launch of the premier smart contract hub on Polkadot. The platform proposes an accessible model that allows any platform to achieve smart contract interoperability. The Rococo deployment will help developers and users test out T3RN to ensure smooth functionality of the platform's unique technological innovations in the Polkadot ecosystem, the Atomic Cross-Chain Smart Contract Execution environment. So this is great news for Polkadot ecosystem too. So remember, this is a testnet, so we still will need to wait for the full launch on Polkadot network. But this is important. It's like one of the forks for Cardano. This is the same kind of news, but for Polkadot ecosystem. And if we check a little bit of the price, we can see that DOT has been losing major important support, which is the $10.76. This was the last bottom on July of 2021 after the May hype. Losing that momentum, losing that support is actually now resistance. We are almost touching that again, but you can see how we already touched it twice. It's very possible that we lose that as resistance and then go back to revisit this rectangle zone around $7. That should be support. You can see the BPBR, we held some support right now at 990, but if we lose that, then we can easily go inside this rectangle again, where we have a previous movement here on September to December 2020, before the big rally on Polkadot. So right now are very good levels to buy. It's a very interesting price. Well guys, that is all for this review. I will put the link on the description for the Davos conference so you can check everything of the Project Liberty, but pay attention to this and Polkadot ecosystem still growing. Not too much news like many other projects and not too much hype, but it's steady in the shadows, continue developing. Very good. That is all. Please, before we leave, like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell to get the notifications, and I will see you tomorrow with a new video. Bye.